Hi there, it's Gordon. For those who don't know me, I produce videos for ex-Jehovah's Witnesses, and they are videos that I aim to help ex-Jehovah's Witnesses with the issues that they have. How do I know how to do that? Well, because I'm an ex-Jehovah's Witness and I also practice therapy. So what I've done is I've combined my experiences of what to do, what not to do, and I've combined those with my knowledge of therapy, and I produce these videos. So I hope you enjoy this series that I'm about to do. This series is really probably the most important of the series of videos that I've ever placed on YouTube, because it's designed to help you become free from that ridiculous organization. Okay? Now, I don't know how long it's been since you were a Jehovah's Witness, and you might feel that you're free. And if you are free, and we'll just do a little test just to see whether you are or not, if you are free, then I'm so happy for you. And what I would ask of you is that you help other ex-Jehovah's Witnesses to become free like you. Okay, but if you're not free, then my suggestion is this: follow this series of videos through to the end. Do all the exercises with an open mind, and let's see what results you can get. What I'm using, the techniques that I'm going to use with you, are the techniques that I've used on myself and that my colleagues and other therapists have used on me. I found them tremendously valuable because I was trapped. I was trapped because I was unable to let go of my past. Okay? So are you free? Are you really free? Ask yourself this question and be honest with the answer. When people talk about Jehovah's Witnesses, when people tell you stories about the injustices that they've suffered at the hands of the Jehovah's Witnesses, when people tell you that the Jehovah's Witnesses are good people and that you should leave them alone and you shouldn't criticize them, how does it make you feel? Do you get angry? Do you become really angry? Or another emotion? Does it engender emotion in you? Because basically what I've found, and what I found with myself, and what I find with lots and lots of other ex-Jehovah's Witnesses, let's say, is that it's almost as if they have a big red button on the chest. Okay? And it's like this. Doesn't matter how many years have gone by, okay? The injustices of being expulsed from that religion, or leaving that religion, or being ignored by your family or your friends, being treated as though you were dead or as though you were shit. Okay? These are ongoing things. And so you may have left 30 years ago, 20 years ago, 10 years ago, last week, and yet the wounds remain open. And so when somebody says to you, and this is something I noticed with myself, somebody would say to me, perhaps a comment on one of my videos would say, "Stop criticizing the Jehovah's Witnesses, they're good people." And I would become extremely angry. How dare they? How can they not say it? It's ridiculous. And I would write a reply, a really, not an angry reply, but lots and lots of information. Bang, 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 bang. Okay? I wasn't free. I was a slave still to that organization. What do I mean by that? Well, there was my big red button and somebody just went, they pressed the button and I danced like a puppet. Just like the toys that you buy for your children. They've got a button, you press the button and the toy dances. And that's what I did. Somebody would say, yes, and I was raped repeatedly by my elder father, and then I was thrown out because there weren't two witnesses and I wanted to tell the police, and so they disfellowshipped me. And I, boom, boom, press the button and I would dance again. How dare they? It's disgusting. Okay? I wasn't free. I was still a slave to the organisation. And the question is, are you still a slave? Is the organisation indirectly still making you dance to their tune? If they do, then watch on, because I'm going to show you how to be free. How finally to be free. What's important about being free? As an ex-Jehovah's Witness, you know only too well that life as an ex-Jehovah's Witness can be very difficult. There are lots of challenges. We have programming that we carry with us that's so difficult to get rid of. We have the ongoing open wounds of being disfellowshipped and shunned. Okay? But you deserve to be free. You deserve to enjoy life. As a free person, not as a prisoner, not as a marionette dancing to the tune of some other ridiculous, stupid, crazy organisation that doesn't deserve your attention. It doesn't deserve your emotions. It doesn't deserve anything from you except for absolute ignorance. Yeah. How to get there? Well, it's not a long road, but it demands something from you. In fact, it demands something very, very important, which I'm going to come to. You see, for you to be free, there are certain things that you've got to do. Okay? Now, let me tell you the certain things that you're not to do, because it's easier to tell you the nots first, and then I'll tell you what you have to do to really be free. If you want to be free, of course, if you want to, you can remain a prisoner. You can keep the red button here and let anybody push your button and off you go if you want to. Or what I'm offering you is freedom from that. So the question is, do you deserve it? Do you deserve to be free from that stupid, piss awful organisation? I think you do. Okay. The things I'm telling you not to do, I know that they're not the right things to do because I've done them. Okay? So I'm saving you some time. Okay. After I left the organisation, for the whole time that I left it, I was angry. I was very, very angry. And I was also very, very guilty. Okay? Now that anger lasted decades. And what I did was, I would, at every opportunity, I would talk about it with the people that understood it, perhaps with my family members who also had left, or with people who were of the same like mind, perhaps in the chat rooms, in the forums, etc. And although it gave me kind of a momentary release, I actually discovered that talking about it and becoming angry about it made it worse. Or even if it didn't make it worse, it didn't change it. And all it did was I felt that I had this anger here. And talking about it and removing and re-stirring the shit didn't actually make me feel better. So my advice to you is this: don't get into the habit or the pattern of constantly talking about the negative side of the witnesses. Okay? It's awful. We know it's awful. You don't need to convince yourself that it's rubbish, it's stupid, it makes no sense. It's an awful, stupid religion that damages people's lives. And let's stop there. We know that. Talking about it over and over again with that negative, angry type of attitude is dangerous for you. It's dangerous for you, for your heart, for your soul, for your spirit. Okay? It doesn't help. The other thing not to do, well, is it's not to ignore the fact that you need to be free because lots of people just keep shoving it to the back of their mind. Oh, I'll put it in the back of my mind. It's okay, I'll just forget about that. And yet it keeps cropping up and cropping up. No matter how many times you push it to the back of your mind, it will come to the forefront of your mind, because this is deep-seated intrinsic programming that they have given you. Thank you very much. Okay, so ignoring it won't help either. We need to face the monster and embrace it. Okay, so that's the end of this video. In the next video I'm going to tell you what it is that you have to do. Okay, and I want you to take a nice deep breath and brace yourself, because it isn't going to be easy, but you're going to be able to do it, and I'll explain to you why. Once I've explained to you why, you'll be able to do it. So I'll see you in the next video. Watch on.